There is a quiet pressure that many people feel in modern life. It does not always appear as loud criticism or direct expectations. Sometimes it arrives through comparison. A friend shares exciting news about a promotion. A classmate launches a successful business. Someone online celebrates a major achievement. As these moments appear, a small voice inside the mind begins asking questions. Am I moving fast enough? Why is everyone else getting ahead? Am I falling behind? This pressure creates a powerful illusion. The illusion that success is a race. The illusion that moving quickly is the most important thing. And because of this illusion, many people feel anxious about their progress. They begin measuring their lives against invisible timelines. By this age, I should have achieved this. By this year, I should have reached that milestone. When these expectations are not met, discouragement begins to grow. But there is an important truth that many people discover later in life. Speed is not the most important factor in progress. Direction is. Imagine two people starting a long journey. One person runs very fast but in the wrong direction. The other walks slowly but in the correct direction. After several hours, which person is closer to the destination? The answer is obvious. Direction determines progress. Speed only determines how quickly you travel in that direction. Yet many people focus so much on speed that they forget to ask an important question. Am I moving in the right direction? Consider a young man named Ravi. Ravi graduated from university with strong motivation. He wanted success quickly. He wanted financial independence. He wanted recognition. Every day he worked extremely hard. He took on extra responsibilities. He pushed himself constantly. But something felt strange. Despite the effort, his work did not feel meaningful. He felt busy but not fulfilled. One evening, after another long day at the office, Ravi sat quietly at his desk. He looked at his schedule, filled with tasks and deadlines. Then a thought appeared. I am moving fast, he said quietly to himself. But where am I actually going? This question changed everything. For the first time, Ravi began thinking about direction instead of speed. Direction is about purpose. It is about asking deeper questions. What kind of life do I want to build? What skills do I want to develop? What problems do I want to solve? When people understand their direction, progress becomes more meaningful. Each step contributes to something larger. Without direction, effort often becomes scattered. Energy spreads across many activities without creating lasting results. Imagine someone trying to reach a mountain peak. If they walk randomly in different directions, they may travel many kilometers without ever getting closer. But if they choose a path leading toward the mountain, even slow progress eventually brings them closer. Direction creates alignment. Alignment allows effort to produce results. Another important reason direction matters more than speed is sustainability. Moving extremely fast for a short time often leads to exhaustion. But steady movement can continue for years. Success in most areas of life is not a short sprint. It is a long journey. Health improves through consistent habits. Skills develop through repeated practice. Careers grow through years of learning and contribution. Relationships deepen through time and attention. In all of these areas, patience becomes powerful. A woman named Sophia once experienced this lesson during her early career. She watched many colleagues rushing to achieve rapid promotions. They worked long hours and competed constantly. At first, Sophia felt pressure to match their speed. But she noticed something interesting. Many of those colleagues felt exhausted. Some changed careers suddenly. Others lost interest in the work they had pursued so quickly. Sophia decided to take a different approach. Instead of rushing for immediate results, she focused on learning deeply. She studied her field carefully. She developed strong communication skills. She paid attention to how organizations made decisions. Her progress looked slower at first. But over time, something remarkable happened. Her knowledge grew stronger. Her reputation improved. When leadership opportunities appeared, she was ready. Her direction had guided her growth. Speed had never been her focus. Direction also protects people from comparison. When someone knows where they are going, the achievements of others feel less threatening. A person training for a marathon does not compare their pace with someone training for a sprint. Each journey has a different destination. When you understand your direction, you begin measuring progress differently. Instead of asking, "Am I faster than others?" you ask, "Am I closer to where I want to be?" This shift reduces anxiety. It allows progress to feel personal rather than competitive. Another powerful benefit of focusing on direction is clarity. Clarity helps people make better decisions. Imagine standing at a crossroads with several paths in front of you. If you know your destination, the correct path becomes easier to choose. But if you only care about moving quickly, you may run down the first path you see. Later, you may realize it leads somewhere completely different. Life decisions often work this way. Choosing education, choosing a career, choosing habits, choosing relationships. When decisions align with direction, progress becomes more meaningful. Without direction, even success can feel empty. Many people achieve impressive results, only to realize that those achievements do not match their deeper goals. They climbed a ladder quickly, but the ladder was leaning against the wrong wall. Direction prevents this mistake. It encourages thoughtful reflection before intense effort. There is also something peaceful about accepting that progress does not need to be fast. When people release the pressure of speed, they often become more consistent. Consistency creates momentum. Momentum builds over time. Small daily actions accumulate into meaningful change. Imagine learning a musical instrument. Practicing a little each day may seem slow, but after months and years, the skill becomes remarkable. If someone tries to rush the process, frustration often appears. But when someone enjoys the journey, the practice becomes sustainable. Direction also helps people remain resilient during setbacks. When challenges appear, people who understand their direction continue moving forward. They may adjust their speed. They may change strategies, but they keep the destination in mind. People who focus only on speed often lose motivation when progress slows. They interpret slow movement as failure. But slow movement can still be progress. The important question is not how fast you move. The important question is whether your steps bring you closer to your goal. Ravi eventually decided to change his approach to work and life. He spent time reflecting on what truly mattered to him. He realized he wanted to build skills that allowed creativity and meaningful impact. Instead of chasing every opportunity that promised quick advancement, he focused on opportunities that aligned with his direction. The change was not immediate. His progress appeared slower for a while, but the work began to feel purposeful. He felt less pressure and more clarity. Years later, he looked back and realized something surprising. Although he had not rushed, he had traveled far. His direction had quietly guided him toward the life he wanted. This lesson applies to many areas of life: learning, career, health, personal growth. In each area, direction matters more than speed. A slow step in the right direction is more powerful than a fast step in the wrong one. So if you ever feel anxious because your progress seems slow, pause for a moment and ask a different question. Not how fast am I moving, but where am I going? Because once your direction becomes clear, speed becomes less important. The journey becomes meaningful, and meaningful journeys often lead to the most fulfilling destinations.